This week, we're going to be going over a sprint change management process that you can create with our app, Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud. We're going to do that with the hierarchies feature. And for those of you who do not know what hierarchies are in Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud, hierarchies are basically a set of related issues, be it epics, stories, tasks, or subtasks, that you can apply with one click and create issues across multiple different projects and assign those issues to multiple different users very easily. So the way you're going to be able to access the hierarchy I'm showing off today is in our set pre-installed hierarchies screen here. You'll just click that, hit the drop-down menu, and it'll be in there very soon. Now, if I close that, we will go up to import hierarchy. If you go into our documentation, you will see a file. You can download that and then import the hierarchy and also access it this way. So I'm excited to get right into it, show you how you can make a sprint change management process with our app. All right, so now I will click on our sprint change management process hierarchy in our manage hierarchy screen here. Then I will click edit hierarchy. And excuse my password manager here. So as we could see, we have a lot of different options when we actually edit a hierarchy in Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud. And we have about 6 different users who can interact with this change management process. We have a product owner, scrum master, development team lead, QA engineer, operations analyst. And we also have, change name here. So let's do text for that. Change name, we'll do insert change name. So now we actually have a text variable, okay? So all of these variables here, the user ones, are drop down, right? So you drop them down, you can choose your different users, and then this text variable, we're gonna have that as the change name. The user, every time they apply this hierarchy, they'll be prompted to click insert the change name. So variables allow you to pre-fill some of the fields in these issues that we create below and just really automate the whole process of creating these issues. So if I scroll down here, these are the actual issues being created every time we apply this hierarchy. We have define and plan the change with some subtasks, implement and track the change, review and optimize the implementation, documentation and closure, etc. If I click into one of these, each one will have a description for you to access, and you can change this up. It's obviously fully customizable. We're referencing that change name variable we referenced previously here. All right, and we have our priority set to high, our assignee as our product owner that we also looked at, so that we have our two variables here. If I click show empty fields, there's some other fields that we support with these issue templates. So every time I click apply the hierarchy, it's going to create all of these issues, assign them to all of our users, and put them all in our development board, which we have here, but we can also drop this down and choose different projects as well. Also, we support mostly every issue type as well. Now, if I wanted to try to generate this hierarchy with AI, I'd click Generate Nodes with AI. And the AI would do its best to generate all of these hierarchy nodes we see here, all of these issues with AI. So it's a really good way to simplify the whole entire process. I think that's all I want to show in the Edit Hierarchy screen here. Let me show you what it looks like to apply a hierarchy, track it, and then set some enterprise level permissions. So I'll be right back. So we are back inside our traditional hierarchy screen. We see our sprint change management process here, and I'm going to actually apply this hierarchy. So I'll click apply. As you can see, we have all of our user variables that we set previously. Okay, and we have our change name text variable. So I'm going to call this, we'll call this production bug fix. I'll use that as the variable and I'll click confirm. And there we have it. We have just applied our hierarchy. So now let me show you what it looks like to actually track this hierarchy after we've created these issues. So if I go to view applied history here, we can see there's now a 1 there. I'll click that. And there are all of the issues that we just created. I can expand these. I just created all of these issues with one click. Pretty cool stuff. You can see when I created them, as I start to transition them through our boards, these progress bars are going to fill out as I change the statuses. You can also see the statuses here and the issue keys as well. As I apply more and more of these particular hierarchy, it'll also populate here. There's a couple of other options I can do with hierarchies as well. I can add a scheduler. Sprint change management process, maybe not something that's happening on a schedule, but if you have a sprint review process, like we've done in some of our previous videos, you can set it on a weekly basis. You could do a daily scheduler, hourly. We also have CRON, so you can do 1 through 5, so Monday through Friday every week. So you can actually schedule these processes to run. So very helpful for automation there as well. If I want to share this, I can copy the link, I can download the file, and then bring it into another instance that has Smart Templates for Jira Cloud. And I can also add it to a folder for some organization. So I've showed you how to create a hierarchy, how to apply it, how to track it. And before I go on to how to actually set some permissions, I want to touch on one more point. We just applied and created all these issues in one project. Now, this screen's very, very, very helpful if you looked at some of our past videos for tracking issues across multiple different projects in Jira. If you're applying really complex processes and you don't want to have to go into every single project to see the status of these issues, this screen's going to be your best friend. So like I said, now let's get into setting some permissions. I'll be right back one last time, and then we will close out. So we are back inside our Manage Hierarchy screen. I'm going to set some permissions on our Sprint Change Management Process here. All you have to do is click this button right here. Okay, now I've opened up the permissions screen. Let's grab a couple of users. I'll say Greg can edit, apply, and view this hierarchy. I will say Farah can only view it. And then I will say Huzum can edit, apply, and view as well. And now all I have to do is click Save. And there you have it. We've just set some permissions on our Sprint Change Management Process hierarchy. So you've seen from creating a hierarchy to applying a hierarchy, tracking a hierarchy, and then setting some permissions. Now, it's important to note that in terms of permissions, your permissions that you've set as a Jira administrator are going to override the permissions in these hierarchies, as well as the ones that you set in the actual application. If you drop down the apps menu and go to Manage Apps, that's going to override as well. So as long as these permissions aren't more strict or less strict, however you prefer, you're not going to have a problem. So I think I'll end it out there. Feel free to check out some of our other weekly hierarchy showcases. We get into really, really complex hierarchies in those. Definitely try Smart Templates for Jira Cloud. I will put the link in the description. Contact me for a tailored demo. My name is Zach Hill. I'm the Customer Engagement Manager / Marketing Manager over here at Apps Delivered. It's always a pleasure, and I will see you in the next one.